Hi, it's Jenna here from Sit Bite Go, and today I'm going to teach you how to make slow cook sausage in the crock pot with onions and peppers. This is a great recipe for a crowd or a party or a football game like Super Bowl. I love to make these in advance and just have them slow cooking while guests are arriving and the house is smelling great. So we're going to get started. Working with raw sausages, they first need to be browned on the stove on medium-high heat. So add them to a pan that's drenched in olive oil and make sure all sides of the sausages are coated in olive oil too. Once they get browned, flip them over. Now don't forget to sear the edges of the sausages. You'll want to make sure you've seared as much of the sausage as possible. It's really important to sear as much of meat as you can before putting it in the crock pot. This helps lock in all of the flavor. The next step to slow cooking the sausages is to just add them to the crock pot and fill up about an inch of beer on the bottom. Now, the beer type doesn't really matter. It's going to just help add to the moisture of the sausages. I usually use whatever we're drinking that day. While the sausages are getting acquainted with the beer, it's time to prep the onions and the red peppers. I like to use about 2 onions and 2 red peppers because in the end I like to use these slow cooked sausages in sausage sandwiches. Having all of the onion and red pepper, make sure that there's plenty of toppings for the sausage sandwiches. And if there's ever any left over, they taste delicious in eggs the next day. So for this particular recipe, we decided to do half of the onions raw and put all of the red pepper in the crock pot raw. And then we caramelized about 1.5 of the onions and added those to the crock pot. My husband was just feeling a little bit adventurous with trying different ways to add flavor, so that's what he came up with for that day. Once all of the sausage, onions, and peppers are in the crock pot with the beer, it's time to just let the crock pot do its thing and slow cook the sausages on high heat. Usually this is for about 4 to 6 hours. At the end, we like to turn these sausages into sausage sandwiches with a slab of Dijon mustard. I hope you have a delicious time and enjoy your sausage sandwiches. Cheers!